Hey, this is Mark with another Super Bowler Smash Attack video, and this one is a Inferno Island type of a base, and I've done a video on this one, this type of a base before, and I'll try to leave an info card for that to show the kind of the difference between that one and this one, and actually. Yeah, so one difference with this base from that one is that there's this single Inferno tower in one corner over here at 9 o'clock, and over here at 3 o'clock there's a multi. So on the other base, it was a multi in both of those spots, both at the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock spots. And that single Inferno in an island like that is definitely problematic, because usually what happens is, you know, heroes or other troops, they just kind of go around this compartment, and that single Inferno just burns through them. So you can definitely just lose all your heroes on an island like that. And so when I see that type of a thing for this Super Bowler attack using the Flame Flinger, I'm right away going to be thinking that I want to use the Flame Flinger over there, get rid of that island Inferno. And I didn't have to worry about that when I attacked this type of base, like in that other video. I didn't have to worry about that because they were multis, which can be a problem too, but a multi, I mean, I can take out a multi with Royal Champion very easily, no problem. And that single Inferno would be a problem for the Grand Warden walk as well. And so the Flame Flinger is, I'm almost immediately just going to start thinking about using the Flame Flinger there. And there's not a ton of defenses around. I mean, one of the things about these islands is, so there's, you know, archer towers kind of on either side. And if there's no, if there's no Teslas popping up around this, this single Inferno, then there's not a lot that the Flame Flinger is going to be working on over there. It'll have to go, you know, kind of around. You never know for sure if it's going to come toward your entry side or the other side, like right away. But the other thing that these corner islands do is it does make for nice pathing, right? There's no buildings around. You take out that single Inferno, and then all of a sudden you've got this whole corner basically carved out. If you use like a couple of Yetis to help clear some of these buildings on the outside, yeah, that whole corner is carved out, so it's great for funneling. And so that's where, and the Flame Flinger is not going to get the Town Hall for sure. So I would be thinking about I'll be using the Flame Flinger over there with that single. Now it's just a matter of where do I use the Grand Warden. It's got to be at either 12 or 6, and then clear out one of those corners and smash through in between. And let's see, kind of the main thing let's look at 12 o'clock. If I'm looking at that with the Warden, it's just a multi Inferno up there, and so that would be no problem for the Warden. I mean, there's not, for defenses, there's hardly anything that would bother the Warden. There's just, the Warden could clear through all of these little buildings. I mean, these are not even high hit point buildings. It could clear through them pretty well. So that might not actually be a bad spot for the Warden to come in. Typically, though, I am not thinking about, that would mean smashing in from this side, and that's sort of the short side to get to the Town Hall. And normally I want to attack so that the Town Hall is more on the back side of the smash attack, because I want my smash to go through the heaviest parts of the defenses initially, on the front end. Smash through as much of the big defenses as possible, and then kind of end at the town hall. They might not completely end, but oftentimes the super bowlers they'll end at the town hall because there's often a lot of damage around it, and then there's the poison bomb from the town hall, and so the super bowlers will just kind of die off because of all the damage then that's happening. So I'm not normally kind of thinking about attacking from the short side to get to the town hall. I'm not going for just 2 stars here and get the town hall. I want to get a 3-star, and so that's what I'm normally kind of thinking. But if I were looking at this base in like a war type of a situation, I might actually come in on the short side on this one, only because of the way that this town hall is walled off. There's walls all the way around the town hall, and so if I can, like say, put a jump as an example, put a jump on that double cannon, so that I can get, have access to kind of this compartment where that expo is, without having the jump give access to that town hall compartment. I would do the jump so that it would not get in. So putting the jump on top of that double cannon would work, and so that would give the super bowlers access to the town hall, and also this expo compartment, and so they could flow through here, take out the town hall. The Warden I would work the Warden until it took out that multi, and the super bowlers would just come down then into this kind of bigger compartment where all of this damage is at. All of the big defenses are over in this area. They would kind of come through here, and so that's a possibility to do that, and that might work. But normally, say like on a Legends attack, I want that town hall to be more kind of on the backside, and so I usually am attacking from the further side, and so just kind of by default, I'd be kind of thinking about doing the Warden at 6 o'clock, and is that going to be okay for the Warden? The expos are deep, so that's not going to be a problem. And heroes, expos and heroes tend to be kind of the bigger things for Warden to worry about. There is a single infernos then to worry about for the Warden, but none of that at 6 o'clock. And now at Town Hall 15, there is the monolith to worry about. The monolith tends to be, more centralized, so it doesn't normally kind of happen. But if the monolith were on more toward a corner, kind of like shifted toward a corner, maybe that would be a problem for the Grand Warden too. The Grand Warden on defense could be a problem for the Grand Warden as well. You might have to use spells anytime you come across those bigger defenses. And now, thinking about the Warden coming from 6 o'clock, how much needs to get cleared out in order to smash in? I would say that I would, with that eagle there, I would be very tempted to want to try to take out that eagle before the smash starts. But since that eagle is just right on the front end of the smash, I would think that the smash would end up taking the eagle out. So if I'm coming in, an entry at 10:30 here through this cannon and through this wizard tower and the royal champion here, if I'm coming through that way, the super bowlers are probably going to take out that eagle on the front end anyhow, and so it's not really critical for the Warden to take that eagle out. But I will be kind of thinking about if I can get some damage at least on that warden with, or on that eagle with the warden. And a thing to consider about trying to get the eagle out with the warden is this clank castle. That, which, you know, that can obviously be problematic too. And it's closer, you know, there's the walls in between there, so it does kind of put the clan castle a little bit further away. But I would be worried about, is the warden gonna trigger the clan castle? That would be bad. I wouldn't want that to happen. If it did happen, what I will do if the warden triggers the clan castle is I normally have to put the queen down with the warden, and get the queen to help the warden with clan castle troops. Otherwise, the clan castle troops, most likely, I mean the typical clan castle type of troops are going to be a problem for the warden. The queen really needs to take it out, and it could mean that I have to put the queen down earlier than I want. Like the funnel isn't really established yet in a clean way, and so things could go awry. It could get a little bit random. So you don't really want to pull that clan castle, but that would be just like my next best thing that I could do to react to it. Yeah, and so that's kind of what the entry will look like, I think. And one other thing to think about on this base is, since this wall is inset from these outer walls, so on the corners there's these walls are further out, and it's more inset, this wall here, like coming in through this wizard tower. And wall breakers, normally I want to wall break that first wall for the entry, and they will go after the closest building after a wall, and it won't be a problem on the left side, because that in Single Inferno building is just too far away. On the right side, it'll depend on, is there going to be like a Tesla or something that will pop up here maybe, and which is a real possibility, because that looks like a nice area for Teslas to help protect the eagle. And so, yeah, that would be one thing that would cause the super wall break to go kind of like for this corner, to open up the wall to get to say a Tesla that pops up here instead of going for here. So something that I'm going to be looking for. I don't want to. If I don't know for sure, I might just use a jump there to guarantee that I can get that clean entry, because a super wall break and going for the wrong wall, opening up the wrong area, could cause the army to just go in bad directions. Yeah, and so that can be problematic. I'll be kind of looking for that on how to react with a super wall break. I could use a jump there, and I might do that. To get access to the town hall, then the Super Bowler Smash Army is going to path this way, and through the Royal Champion, and through the Dark Elixir stores, the CC troops. This compartment here in the center is a pretty big compartment, so the Super Bowlers can kind of spread around in this compartment, which is not good. I mean, that can be a problem if the Super Bowlers start splitting up. I like them. They work best when they stay together, and then the healers just stay with the group, just marching along together. But what I will do is I'll look to put a jump on, probably like this, the wall, maybe a jump like on top of the clan castle, this area, so that it will open up this wall here, to give closer access to the town hall. The Super Bowlers could reach the town hall, even if there's not jump access to it, but it will give them more of a reason to kind of want to go that direction. Yeah, say that air sweeper goes down and there's no other defenses in there, it puts that town hall a little bit further away. And then if I didn't have to use a jump for the entry, I would just be use the jump on the backside just to help the army. Like there's a bunch of walls back here. Maybe I'd put a jump on this air defense to help the army kind of get through these walls here in the back end. And yeah, so that's sort of the kind of the game plan. And let's see how it goes here. And there goes the Yeti at 9 o'clock. And I put the Warden down at 6 o'clock. I just wanted that Yeti to clear away a couple of buildings first, before I put in the Flame Flinger, just in case there are some more traps to take out. And yeah, so that's why I did that. The Flame Flinger and the Warden are kind of working away. There at the bottom, with the Warden, I decided to put in the Loons. Normally I don't use the Loons with the Warden, but I wanted there's a lot of point defenses around there. And I wanted to help the Warden out. And you can see that there is a Tesla there in that corner that I talked about as a possibility. So if I did a Super Wallbreak, it's gonna bust that corner to get to that Tesla. Except there goes the Warden took out that Tesla, so now I don't have to worry about it. The Super Wallbreak should be fine now. I put down the Yeti to distract that mortar and to help clear some buildings. And now I'm at 130. I really should be putting the main troop. Here come the main troops. Some of the clan castle did get targeted and came out. And yeah, but the main army's coming in here. I put the Queen down by the Warden to help with those CC troops. And there they are pushing through the center. And the Flame Flinger is getting access to some of the defenses there on the left. Here comes the Royal Champion. The jump did give access to that town hall. The king is actually going through. The king actually ran through that town hall opening there. It actually busted the wall. So not ideal, but Royal Champion is working its way through, and then there's a lot of army left. You can see the bowlers are still alive, and part of the reason why the bowlers are still alive here is because they didn't have to travel through the town hall poison bomb. And yeah, now it's just cleanup, and there's plenty of troops left to go through. And I just put down that skeleton spell. I didn't really need it. I've got 2 frees that I'm swagging here at the end. And one of the reasons why I have like these 2 freezes and it was just kind of overkill, I think at the end, was this base was missing the Town Hall 15 defenses, the monolith, the spell towers. And so yeah, I have a couple of free spells to swag there. But yeah, just a different approach on a similar type of a base.